Hello, welcome back to my lesson, and today also is just a reference patterns for you. It's a triangle patterns, and why I say this is just a reference. So let's see what you will learn in this lesson. The first one, you will also learn what it is and how to trade with this. This is theory and some example and my recommendation, and explain why you're just using this pattern for reference and only focusing on the retest and break pattern and the double top double patterns. This is a very important thing, and let's get started. So first of all, what is a triangle patterns? When the price cannot create the structure like higher high, lower low for the uptrend, or the lower high and the lower low for the downtrend. But at this time the high and the low is not equal together, like you see on the double top and double bottom pattern, and we can see the shape like the triangles. At this time, you can call it like the triangle pattern, like this. Here is a very beautiful pattern for you, and this one also called like triangle pattern because you can see that the shape is a triangle. Even the bottom or even the top is equal, but one side is reduced. You can see that the top is reduced from the left side to the right side. And you can see the theory inside of this pattern is buyer and the seller are pushing together in the very narrow range. So you cannot call it is a continuous or reversal patterns because they depend on the markets and depend on the last trends. So you also need to wait the price break of the resistance and below of the support and the entry or the trade. So next one, how can you trade with this in case you want to trade? But for me, this one is just for reference in the markets. But in case you still want to develop this strategy, you can entry like this case, break the price, break above of the resistance. For this case, resistance is an angle line and break above retest. At this retest, you need to see one of the 4 candle signals like I teach in the last videos and pull back again. At this time, you can entry all the price breakdown below of the support and retest again. For this case, also the same theory, nothing special for every pattern. Always wait, price break and retest is the key to be successful. So every trader need to be patient. One more thing you need to remember for this case, breakout. When price break out the resistance or break out the support, you need to see the one big Marubozu candle can see the strong buyer pressure or strong seller pressure in case price break out the support. To confirm that a lot of the buyer are focused on here, this is a real break for this pattern, and you need to waiting the retest. And the reason why we need to wait the retest, I also explained before. Every buyer don't want to see any seller when they push the price go higher, therefore they need to test again. And here is some example, very beautiful example, 9-hour theory. This is the triangles. Here is the support and here is the resistance, and the last trend is the uptrend. You can see that higher high and higher low creates the uptrend, and now price come to the triangles. And when price break out again and retest, the markets go up very strongly. That's very beautiful. So for this case, you can entry with these pin bar candles, and you can entry when price in the middle of pin bar and stop loss below of this pin bar candles and take profits when you see the strong selling zone above of the price, or when you cannot make sure anything about price, you want to take profits to safety. And the next one is on the New Zealand dollar on 50-minute time frame. Also is very beautiful patterns for triangles. The first one is a continuous pattern, uptrend, pattern appear and still uptrend. And for this case is a reversal patterns, is a downtrend and the pattern appear and the uptrends. And you can see here is a resistance and here is a support. For this case, price breakdown with a very big pin bar candles and retest again and go up again. That is very beautiful. But normally for this pattern, you just defy this pattern when price already move. It means that you already miss a chance to entry into the markets because you cannot defy this pattern into the market. Because when you see I do example like this, but on the real trading, everything is very complicated and a lot of things come into the mind and you cannot defy it immediately when you say, and sometimes you can defy it, but actually it's not beautiful. The the pattern. Therefore, you can entry into the wrong way, into the wrong pattern and lose it. That is the reason why I skip this pattern and just using this pattern for reference. And I will avoid trading with this pattern. But you also need to understand and need to know how to define it to avoid this pattern if you follow my strategies, because my strategy focus on the price pattern like double pattern, drop to top, break and retest, supply and demand. That's all. And on investing, I will including volume to check the market's condition. But for trading, that thing is enough. No need to adding anymore, because simple is the best in this market. This market is very complicated. No need to use a complicated way to explain the complicated market. Just use a simple way is enough for you to understand. Understand yourself, understand your strategy is very, very important when you're trading. So let's come to the next example is a USD CAD on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see here also the continuous pattern. But for this case, price creates a triangles, but price cannot pull back again. Very beautiful, like the recent examples, and you can miss the chance, or you can entry over here, waiting to entry over here, but price go down sharply, and you can lose it. That is it's a very complicated pattern you can trade. So for me, let's skip it, don't trade. You can see one more thing you can see on the inside of this pattern. Every movement is very quick. The big up ruble candle and the big down ruble candle together can show you that now the market is a high fluctuation. Entry when the market has a condition like this, very easy to lose. So let's skip it. And here is my recommendation in case you wanna trade with it or in case you wanna use it. The first one, don't try to define the price pattern anytime, because sometimes the price pattern is not beautiful, not like our theory to entry, so skip it. If you not make sure anything in the market, skip it, and it's a safety for your account. Minimum your losses, it will be increase your profits naturally. That is key thing you need to remember while trading or while you investing. And the second thing, always check the trends and the support and the resistance when you use the patterns. This is very important because you need to know now what is the trend and is there any support, is there any resistance for the trade. If have the support, it means that the trade have more the possibility to win, and have a resistance, it means that the win rate possibility will be lose a lot. So don't trade when you see the resistance cannot support for you. And for me, you can follow me. But for me, I just use the triangle to skip the trade, because everything when price comes to the triangle is very complicated. And the first one, just some of the assets can have the perfect pattern to entry. It's like the major currency pairs. Some of the cross pair is very high fluctuation. So this triangle pattern is quite hard to define and to trade. And the second thing, it's very hard to recognize triangle on real trading. You always visit to trade after the price go down or go up. After the triangle, you just define. That is late. You cannot define it immediately, normally. And the next one cannot show you the best entry and take profits play. Let us show you before. Some of the case price cannot test. This is normal in the markets, but for this pattern, it's very, very usually. So skip it is the best way, because you can practice another strategy is more better and better. Don't focus too much into this pattern. And the next one is trading. Remove complicated strategies and only focus on simple one. This is my advice for any traders. So I also do a lot of the complicated thing like indicators and coding and like the pattern. Some is very complicated pattern, but actually cannot bring me into the profitable. And I also see some bottom traders in the market, also the same story like me before. Therefore, I really want to advise you like that. And that is so about this lesson. And next lesson is some of the reference pattern. Also, you need to skip it. So let's move on. Thank you very much.